My lady's leaving me.
My lady's leaving me. I'm practicing. My lady's leaving me. So I'm sticking around this time. For 1 week, my lady is going to be on her own in this truck. So she's not going to be alone. She's going to have her guns and her stun guns and her pepper sprays and her machetes and knives and the dogs. But I'm not going. I'm going to stick around here and finish making swing arms. Well, not finish making swing arms, make more swing arms. Because I did it right this time. Instead of buying you guys orders and all that bit, I made as many as I could and then I sold them. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the week. Today I got to pack this truck and send my lady off. I love this truck. It's a great truck. Does everything I need it to and then some and more. The fabric came loose on the insulation, but that's what the entire truck looks like. All through here, all the way up there, and the doors. So even though the sun is super duper bright, and yes, it is hot. This is Texas. It's pretty cool in the truck. Like, you could take a nap on this, because there's no bed in here right now. We got to go to the lab to pick it up. But you could take a nap in here, no problem. Anyways, so now that's being said, I need to hook up the inverter. And I figured I would record this because not many people do that. They're usually so involved, they forget. So we got an inverter, and we have a digital 6-amp battery charger. I got this on eBay. It has been fantastic. I've had it for probably 3 years now. Zero issues. Absolutely no problems. So what we're going to do, instead of me just plugging this in whenever I need to, we're going to go ahead and hardwire it. So I've made a small harness. I like to use DCs, but I also make sure that my DCs come equipped with alligator clips. So I can pretty much connect anything I want to, like those solar panels, to this LifePo battery. And you know how when you're building something in your plane and you go, man, you know, it'd be great if I had a blah, 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 and you run out of space. Well, my solution to that is a long bolt with a nut. That way, no matter how many eyelets I need to add, I still have the exact length that I need, so I can thread it into the battery. And that's what we're doing. Always put your negatives on the body if you can. It's real important to keep them as close as possible, instead of to negative, because that's how you short things out. I'm going to go ahead and screw it in, put it in, get the inverter set up, test it out, finish packing, go fix this problem, go put a bed in it, kiss my lovely lady goodbye for a week. She already put the damn steering wheel cover on her. Alright, so now we've got our two power systems fused, and I've got them at the right length that I need them to be. The next step is to play with that nut on the back. Alright, now we can check our fuses. Everything is safe. We have multiple power outlets. The battery charger is not hooked up, so that whenever she does want to use the vehicle and the inverter to charge the battery, she can, but I don't think she's going to need to. She's only going to be gone for a week. And if she's only using the refrigerator and nothing else, that should be fine. But we don't let our ladies gamble, do we, men? We make sure our ladies have everything, so that when they do finally die out in the desert alone, we can say, well, we gave them every chance. No, I wouldn't want any harm on anybody, especially my own girlfriend. Everybody would say, well, you had the most capability. Rather not. Just rather not have that situation. So I'll make sure my girl is as safe as she can be. Professionally trained, and then trained with me. I've practiced this. She's had opportunities to learn for this past 2 weeks while I've been making the first 4 swing arms and forks, and then ordering all those crazy parts that I ordered. Over $1,000 in metal. Over $1,300 in metal. Over $1,800 in metal has been spent so far. So the 4 forks the 4 swing arms and the 1 fork I sold just got me back to even. Just got back to zero. So I'm going to spend the rest of the week trying to actually make profit. And it's Thursday, I think, so I've got a day and a half. I get the weekend, so we'll call it 3.5 to 4 days. And then see how many swing arms I can make in 3.5 to 4 days. Now that's hooked up. We got our ground, we got our power. Our powers have fuses. We have our DC port. This is good for, I think, 5 to 8 amps. So if it's good to 5, 8 amps, I'd probably smoke it at about 10 amps. So we're not going to do anything bigger than 8 amps period out of this. So I got a 7.5 amp fuse in there. That should keep this from popping. We should be able to use the solar chargers, and if need be, go ahead and use the Jupiter. And the cool part about that is that she only has to grab these alligator clips if she needs, positive, negative, and then take this DC port that I made and then just plug it in. Bam. Now the battery is operating the DC inverter. Bam, there she is, she's on. Now she can do her small stuff if she needs. And at the same time, if she wants to, there's another one attached to the car battery in the truck. And that will allow her to do this in a reverse fashion to charge the battery from here using this cable. Oops, using this cable. So my girl's got everything she needs electrically to keep the food from getting bad. Because there's nothing more important to my woman than food. Alright. 12.9. Alright. Should do her okay. Alright, she's looking ready to rock and roll. I'm not going. I'm gonna stay here and make swing arms for you guys. I'll let her be on her own for a whole week while I make toys for you boys and girls. Truth is, I've been retired a long time, and when I made all these forks for people, yeah, that was a lot of work, but it was monotonous. Making these swing arms from scratch is not monotonous yet, but it will. Making these forks, however, that's a different process. Remember I said I'm trying to learn how to mass produce? Well, I couldn't have been able to afford to build swing arms if I didn't make the spring-loaded forks that I made the first time. You see, my initial plan was to reinvest the spring fork money into hydraulic fork money. And what did I do? I figured it out. Now I've got a different generation of forks. I mean, just what's on this bench alone is almost $2,000. Just what's on the bench is $2,000. Okay? It's just what's on the bench, not what I've already sold. So those monies went into making the swing arms that everybody likes. So now I've got enough supplies to make another half dozen swing arms. I know they're going to sell out because I sold the first 4 before I made it home. So that means I'm going to take the swing arm money and I'm going to buy a huge plate of aluminum. Massive. 4 foot by 8 foot. Barely even pack it in the sequoia. And I'm going to have it laser cut. So I can make I don't know, maybe 96 sets of those. That's an investment. I'm super glad to do it. I'm super fortunate that it can happen. I'm super grateful that you guys purchased my products and complain very little. The ones who do complain, you know, I'm surprised they even took their bike apart in the first place. You know, so I'm not going to cry about it, but I do want to continue. I want this to mean something. When I started doing this, this wasn't about selling forks. This wasn't about selling swing arms. This wasn't about selling kits or headlights. Remember that? When I had all those dang headlights? This wasn't about that side of the table or this side of the table. I want to make bikes. I want to be the first in-country complete e-bike manufacturer. And before you start arguing with me, we already have our own motor. We already have our own inverter. That means we're not using QS or My10 or any of those companies because we're going to use our own. That means that we manufacture our own equipment and parts here in this country. First, provided Mansion doesn't bury the electrical agreement in the Build Back Better plan that has been stalled for 10 months. So hopefully, that being said, I'll be able to take another vacation with this girl. That's the plan. That's the plan. If you guys can help me with it, I'd be super grateful. Say that again.
Come on, Sassy Bear, let's go bye-bye. Good girl, she's ready.
You ready, baby girl?
Oh, and you're gonna follow us.
Yeah, to the left.
Oh, you're not coming in this car. Okay. Okay. It starts now.
Starts now, Hope.
Just kidding, Sassy. We're gonna party.
Look up, Hope. You take your shit and you get the fuck out of here.
I'm down. Wait. I need one more thing. I need two more things. Wait, I need one more thing.
She needs to change her outfit. All right.
Watch my drink videos.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. From the comfort of a hot ass truck. No. You're staying here, baby girl. Can I get sugars? You ready to go bye-bye? You ready to go bye-bye? Yeah. All right. We'll hop in the i3. Before she takes off, we're gonna stop at the world's best inspection facility. 15-minute inspection. The greatest inspection facility in the world.
What do you want?
All right, kitten.
I'm not leaving you. You know that, right? I have no bed.
She is. Oh yeah, we gotta go to the lab, huh?
Yeah, there's one more step.
Almost.
Bed, firewood.
Damn, not yet. Almost. That close.
You tried to get rid of me that quick.
I will see you soon, my dear. And the rest of that metal too. Let's go ahead and empty this truck.
Keep firewood. Get to work.
Huh.
Oh my God! and we asked Royce, and then Royce made it come into fruition. This is so awesome. It's for our missile.
The lady all packed up. I'll be back. You taking doggy bags? Stealing from every place you go now?
Yeah. She can have something in the front seat that's not my sleeping pillow.
I get that.
Are you staying here? Are you gonna work?
I'm probably gonna set some stuff up and then take off.
I miss you.
Better, young lady. All of this is for you.
Everything that the sun touches.
Not everything, bitch. Just this car.
I'm leaving the steering wheel cover on when I get home. You gonna steal my
Can't stay mad at a guy with this kind of talent. Yeah, you can and you have to.
I am a female. It's gonna take another minute.
Look at you, kitten. All right. Just me now. We're going to get some stuff done. We got about 5 days. That includes the weekends. I don't work on Sundays. Need to breathe, you know? Okay. Let's make stuff. Two o'clock, 2 hours late for getting my lady out of here. Guess that's not horrible, is it? We did all right this round. We got all of our gear and equipment together pretty quick. She did her double checks and triple checks. She's not missing anything. She has money to go, and gift cards and credit and any other form of electronic account. She has money in it, so she's good to go no matter what. I hope she gets the sense of adventure that she's looking for, because having me around makes everything just a little too easy. Speaking of things that are just me coming around making things easy, look at that pretty girl right there. I'm starting to get decent at this. Like I said, I wanted to see what, you know, swing arm number 8 looks like or something. This is swing arm number 5. There we go. It isn't looking so bad. I'm getting tired towards the end. That's when I knew I should stop. This one's also different from the other boys and girls. This one's taller. It's a little bit more narrow, but it's taller. You see it? I wonder if I can put one on top of it so you can see what I'm talking about here. There we go. Look at that. There you go. Look at those two. She's obviously taller. Obviously just a little bit taller, but the dimensions are almost the same. I like it though. It's a nice thick material and it doesn't take up a lot of space like these do. I'm going to keep evolving as I make these, so they're all going to be different. They're not all going to be different because I don't measure. That's true, I don't measure. But I don't want to make the same thing right now when I know I could be using machines like these to make, you know, a ridiculous amount of copies of something. But the ridiculous amount of copies of something that you make with machines like this do not go for sale for $300 or $400. They go for sale for thousands of dollars. And that's why I can't put my toys on that stuff. I'm sure you could understand if somebody told you, hey, you know that dream that you had since you were a kid and you want to make it real? We're going to do it. And we're going to use all this sophisticated equipment to do it with too. However, if you get any other bright ideas in the meantime, keep it to yourself. And this is me keeping it to myself. So I hope that answers that question. The next one is, why? Well, because I've built everything else, why not build bicycles? I started with pit bikes. I found these razors. I've had a blast with razors. But you guys have to know, this is not permanent. I'm almost done. I'm going to make swing arms. I'm going to make a huge batch of forks. And then I'm going to do something a little bit more fun. So stay tuned. I appreciate everybody for watching. All 638 subscribers. Absolutely grateful for all of you. I would name them off, but so much happens. I mean, I could literally be stuck answering emails for 10 hours a day. So it's crazy, but I'm super grateful. Anyways, before too long, it's already 2 p.m. I'm out of time, but I can still have it sent off for the morning. Sorry, boss. I'm supposed to ship off some RSF spacers that somebody's girlfriend accidentally threw away. And I'm going to ship them at ASAFP shipping. That's the reason why I can't stick around here. I have to go. Yeah, I'll be back later tonight. And I got to wrap these bad boys too because they are all sold. All of them gone. This is Neil. This is BJ's. Geez, I forget who owns these other two. And there's the mock-up. That's not being sold. Oh, wow, it's 2:02. Post office is right here. That's a yellow light. Woo! I'm going to make it to drop off those spacers in time. Exciting. Exciting. There's the post office right there. I'm going to make it. Dude doesn't take a nap on me. Alright, let's go drop off those RSF spacers.